The name of the program, Good Morning from Benin, the Waka they go, and we'll do things then the way it's supposed to be. When election they come or they do election, now referee 90 days and the referee go tell us say yes, say they blow whistle, and that will bring out yellow card, they bring red card, they do and the way they say it's supposed not to do, and it will always punish you, follow. And that referee we they get for election matter now be Independent Electoral Commission, INEC, and for there they get people that when we say they give the referee to the whistle to. They get the chief referee, now be their chairman, but every state gets your resident electoral commissioner, and for this state here, we get somebody where we say it is. So go talk to us now, especially now when we on that election they come, 2019. Before we go sleep 2 times now, 2019 don't reach, and election now we say we don't do it again. But before then, we prepare for the election. So we go call the man, maybe he come talk to us, the resident electoral commissioner for Edo State, Oga Obo Efanga. Welcome to our program.
Thank you very much.
I agree to you. I know now grammar now, I go plenty school, but we don't speak grammar here. We'll come down small. Okay, I want to find out from you before we will start anything. That's your name. How would they pronounce it? Efanga, because I tried to pronounce it one day. One of my colleagues went to Alabama one day. I said, no be like that. Because I call her Efanga. I said, no be like that.
Okay, the name now Obo Efanga.
Efanga. Okay, because we go just pronounce it the way they take spelling. E-double-F-A-N-G-A. We just say Efanga.
So,
Efanga. Okay, thank you so much. Because I hear they asked my brother just now why they answer that day where they ask ourselves. That's thing I go ask you now. So the other time when we start from home here, before we go be the election when they want to do for next year and preparations. The other time we say rainfall. He enter Edo State INEC office when they for Ikpoba, Aramat Park there, and the rest. I want to find out from you. Hope say many things not to destroy.
Well, many things they destroy, but we don't manage them and we don't repair them. First of all, the fence being fall. Now it make the water take enter the compound with that. Okay. We don't put the fence up and we don't make them strong now. Strong as before.
Okay. When we say something point now, say the one we say will concern us, the one we say really concern the election and concern things when we say you get to do with the election. I talk about now materials, sensitive, non-sensitive, or any kind of materials that when we say concern.
You know, see when they say when we election day, when they talk about sensitive material, it means you're not going to keep the sensitive material for the sensitive materials. Now those kind of things where we say when election near, at that time they go produce them. At that time they go bring them like maybe 2 days to election. Okay. So if my sensitive materials, we don't get any problem with that. But you get some things will spoil, and there are things that we can.
They don't go affect election in case election they come tomorrow. You get one thing when we say you say they come when we they talk the other time. You talk about say they get unclaimed voters' cards.
Yes.
When we say they would know, and this one run into hundreds of thousands.
Yes.
And all that. How now do those ones now?
Okay, you know, say this year we do what they call CVR, continuous voter registration. Okay. We don't do 2 quarters already. Now the 3rd quarter we just start. So now the period where people suppose go registration center, register if they never register, make corrections if they make mistake for their names and all that. If they want transfer from one voting polling unit to another, they will come tell us you go do that. If the card don't lost, we go they go tell us we go replace them, all those things. And if person never collecting card, he will come collect them. So during these 2 quarters and up till this moment that we've started the 3rd quarter, people still they come collect the permanent voters cards. But before we started this process, so as at the end of last year, we had more than 460,000 permanent voters cards for Edo State. Where the owners never come collect. But for 1st quarter, up to 3,489 people come collect. Then for this 2nd quarter, about 3,160 don't collect. So it's still
this one is the collect. So now the one when we say they no collect from before. Yes. I mean, the fresh one they do.
No, be the fresh one because the fresh one, those ones never ready yet.
Okay.
Yeah. So these ones are the ones where we say as at end of last year, it's still their hands.
No, by the time we say yes, fungus that for office like that and all that, we know they hear things like sensitization to tell people now. How do you know say yes that cars they never really collect them?
No, now I think they come here everywhere I go and they talk them. Even the day where I meet a governor, I talk them too. I say, make them they try tell people, make them come collect. We done everywhere where we go, they talk about that.
Okay.
And for this continuous voter registration, we don't tell people, say, part of what you fit do now to come collect your permanent voter's card.
Okay. There are situations where people that won't be like, say, like you talked just now, my card lost. I don't collect it, don't lost, and all that. If I want vote on that day, when time don't reach, what I go do, just in case, say, I no quick know say it don't lost, and election time don't reach. What person like Thomas I don't go do?
Yeah, if you no get permanent voter's card, you no go fit vote.
Okay.
So we go.
What about if my name there for maybe there for the list there? Say I did because I recall in the last election people they when they don't get permanent voters card, they go check the listing there. They say they match some things with an exam. Say like
yeah, you know, say we bring guidelines when election near. Okay. So if the guidelines say depending on the number where them feel then things say happen. If the guidelines say okay, if you don't get your card, then maybe you get maybe you get the temporary card or then find your information.
You don't get a permanent card. Permanent card don't lost.
Or then find your information there, and the ensure say now you be the person. Then fit allow you. But it depends on what the guidelines will say.
So even if the guidelines accommodate and say people go fit come, everybody just fit come. They say my card don't lost. You can't vote. No check on this thing.
No, we get as we go take.
Somebody tell me say get what's now they call incident form.
Yes.
You know, go put them for your side there to check on whether the person name there or maybe they go fill that form and do everything. What about but you go get the certain number of incident form and people won't be saying if accommodate. I mean everybody when they say come, say yes, they don't get cards.
Okay, maybe look at like this. For every polling unit, you figure like averagely like 500 people on the registered on the registration card on the voters register. Yeah. So if you produce incident form, maybe I don't know, maybe 200 for that center. You don't expect say now all the 500 people will come out to vote. Okay. Because some people don't die, some people don't travel. You understand? Some people they never collect their permanent voters cards. You understand? And then from the people who will come to vote, you don't expect say now all of them will get problems. You understand? So we never get that kind of situation.
Maybe they get 200 for where we say 500 people get. We get 200 incident form where we say 500 people day. So by application, if 200 people come out, say they will come vote, 200 people say they don't get cards. Not in Nigeria now with wait first. Now maybe you don't see the possibility. 200 people say they don't get cards. That means we exhaust all those 200 as incident form given.
In the first place, I no talk say if you don't get card you could vote too. Make people no begin make that mistake. I no talk so. I say na person will get permanent voters card, na him they go allowed to vote on election day. But if we get reason to change that, say okay, maybe something happened, we say okay, if we show say now your name, they that voters register, and we feel identify you by some other means, we feel allow you to vote, then it means say maybe they go fill incidents from that. Maybe not even talk go there because we don't talk and since all the elections that we don't do. If you don't get permanent voters card, no need, you no go vote.
Card reader, I want to when we say yes, they read they used to follow all this and this thing. I always check when you check you go put your hand to check the card reader, check your card and that kind of thing. But they hear now say card reader say the law. No even back on. And I see they use that they do election.
No be say law no back on. Waiting law talk be say that waiting you carry check number of people who vote. It will be based on the manual register and people who come out to vote. Now the card reader, waiting card reader help to do be say maybe sure say now you get that card.
Even when it be say no law they back on.
No, you don't need a law to back it. The law did not say you can't use it. It's just that the law did not say you must use it. You understand? And so when you get problems, say card reader recognize say only 50 people come do accreditation. But another record where you use shows say even though now only 50 people do accreditation, you get some other people where they accredit because card reader no pick their names, their fingerprints, but you they sure say now their name.
Just as we get some other people when BC
so you get
just as we get
incident form.
Okay, just as we get some cases of people that when BC say they put their hand, the thing no read their name, they are this thing, no votes.
No, they no stop them from voting. Waiting card reader do be say you go bring your card. First you go check, you go first check say that card they authentic. Once the card they authentic, then go check, see the picture, see now you be that. Then they say make you run your fingerprints just in case. But even if you try to run your fingerprints and you know picker, now that time they will give you incident for.
We get celebrated cases of maybe the former president that time.
But they say he still vote.
And he votes, yes, because of some people say because of the status, because of status in the society.
No.
Some other people they when we say they go when they complain, say they no feel vote to because of say yes, the card reader take their fingerprints.
No, I don't think say that can case day.
We get some the time when we say
no vote, if person the card reader no pick the fingerprint, then we'll give an incident form. Okay. If they ensure say that card they authentic.
And we say once they do all this thing, we get time when business person will take down. You will say, okay, maybe once you come, you register, you vote directly, or as the case may be, you come, register, wait for some time. But I know it not happen last election. Once you register, once they authenticate this thing, you vote.
Yes.
And there is a time when BC is supposed to do all this thing. By the time they say, Thomas, I don't come in and you put your hand in the nose, and you come again, put your hand in the nose, and people don't say they go to 4 5 times when they go try, they don't see them and all that. The time done they go. And we get time BC say we're supposed to even talk, say, we're supposed to don't close voting.
No, but say waiting they happen they say even if they say for instance say 3 o'clock, 9 voting go stop. But mean say once it's 3 o'clock then we stop people from voting. Okay. If you don't day line already by that 3 o'clock, they go allow you to vote.
Okay, but in case you never vote,
even if the drag reach 6 o'clock, they will still allow because you don't day line.
No, I understand. They done the dark now and everything. I mean, people know they like me. They do something for that darkness because at that time something.
That's why a polling center they open early for morning.
Okay.
So people can walk in, and it's even better this time. You can just walk in, vote, go. So in many places, and say for polling centers, you will get like averagely 500 max.
Right.
If you have more than 500, we will have polling voting points for the same polling unit too. You will have different voting points.
I want to get this kind of voting points now. Maybe get 500 for one polling, one voting point.
Yes.
Some schools some primary schools they'll go vote. We'll get to 5 6 voting points.
Yes.
We get issue with crowd control.
No, because you go see say those schools soon are very large schools. So the voting point, if you say one voting point, if you say now only 80 people.
Okay. More go back to registration now because that one I'll be waiting the rain now. At least for the next election, we say the Conjuring election 2019. I want to find out from you, my brother Obo Fanga. See, this is when we say concern this election now. People they complain from some communities. Say outsiders, people they won't be they don't even know before. Then they come, they register for their place. And some population talk say yes, say when they believe say they are stuck in trade now to rig election, they get the belief say the first point of rigging election are for the registration. Now people are coming from outside of a community where they don't even know. They carry vehicles, they come, car park people come vote, come register, and that kind of this thing. How we go take no people that won't be say did there, people don't did there, and this kind of thing, if you say it go feel distort the election at the end of the day.
You know when people talk that kind of thing, it go dey difficult to say that kind of thing they happen because
people they complain for Orion.
Okay, so if person come, if me I decide to go register for another place, now I no go vote for my own place be that. You understand? So now when people come to register, then go ask them where they live. Then we'll give address. Then go put down the address for the registration. Now after the registration, you get time where they allow people to come and check their names. Check if when they put the temporary list, make people come do claims, waiting and call claims and objection. You go come, look name, say, okay, they don't write my name well, or my name no deal, even though I register, I beg, waiting happen, if it correct them. If it comes up, say, this person where you not put here, say, now this place you live, no be true, we don't know. If you raise that kind of thing, we go find way to take check whether not true, say the person not live there or something. But say sometimes when people talk this thing, you get some people where live from, like now, person fit live, stay for Benin, they work. But in village, no be for Benin here. So when election time, when registration time come, if you say, make I travel, go my village to register. Right. So some people for that village fit us, we don't know this person. But now where the person village be that now.
So I want to find out for this one when BC you talk, so because once when BC we they see, we feel not get too much of issues with say maybe this registration and all that. But when it comes to the election proper, people they complain now say CCBC will know they get uniform election. You understand, for the whole country. I don't want to do you go get separate day when you go do your own. People say on the one do you get separate day.
Like Anambra one.
Anambra one do your own now. Isolated election. Now in BC the only go don't stand. And this kind of time BC everybody don't know the own time when BC they do election. If they bring people, they come from outside states. Come they register for that purpose. You understand? And when you register for that purpose now, at any time when BC you finish now, you go back. After they don't come for that purpose of the election, you don't go finish, you go back to your state. And when the time don't reach again, maybe if you take register for another state, you go there again, go register. People decide and sit and stop in trade.
You know why
you know fee say yes. Okay, why no fee?
You know why no feed work?
No.
Because we get, if you go register now, then feel register you, get your information. They get what they call a face, automated fingerprint identification system.
Okay.
All this registration where they don't do for this year, first and second quarter, we never do that system here too. By the time we do that screening, na technology, it will show with fingerprint where don't they our system before. So some of the, if any person don't go register where you don't register before anywhere in the country, by the time they run that thing, they go find say, this fingerprint, this
by
person
the time they
here.
run, if they don't run and come.
No, then they run them now. Before they come issue a permanent voter's card, give you. Then go run that thing. By the time they run, they go see say, no, this person don't register before for this place. So they go just cancel them. So you know if you get two different registrations.
So all this one will be say will come people they complain for their place. This person will not know before I can't register for this place. What was it? On the day of voting, they see the because community you and I know. You go bless everybody, brother and sister, especially when you come from a very small place. Because I remember when I lost my mom of recent, somebody asked me, say, who be Suzo Percy? And my sister and I, people I never know because my village is a very small village. Almost everybody know each other. Everybody bless everybody, marry each other, so to speak. Almost everybody know each other. Now, they complain on the day of election when we say this, we will say, these people will not know for this other place. People are language, so you don't even get their roots and all that. But they get voters card, get everything. They come, they vote.
And I say they don't register for that place.
And now I talk to they don't register for there. So when they come.
You see, I no be say we get one juju where we go put if person comes and say no, this person no from here. And like I say, you get some people way from there, but they know they live for there. So if they decide to go register there, how you go take stop them? The important thing is anybody where they register, you go get address for there. Okay. Where we say now for that community.
Okay, I want to talk to you now as Obo Efanya, no be as a rec. So make you just tell me, you know, say if we do this our election for Nigeria, you get uniformity. Everybody will do government. What do they call them? Governorship election the same day. All this kind of complaint, whether it's correct or not, you know, say you go fit address them because everybody will get to vote for your own place the same day. You might not be able, nobody can hire you, say, can't go register here, so you can't go vote on this. You know, fee, not be as rec now, as Obo Efanya.
Yeah, I know.
So, yes, you go register, you go fit, reduce all these things.
The difference don't go there much. You know why? First of all, maybe we find out how it can be, say, different states come, they get different days for election. Now, as nature come fix them or maybe I don't know because they cheat person for election.
No, the person fee see the cheater for election.
Yeah, no, because court eventually talk them now.
Okay.
Then cheat person for election, another person go enter. By the time they come, go court, do everything. Court come to us say, no, nah, true, then cheat this person, make this person come out. Now the rightful person be this, make it sit down. And law don't talk say you go do 4 years.
Okay.
So now when your 4 years finish, now they go do another election. So for that one, we know if it change them again.
Okay.
So now waiting we go they used to. So waiting we supposed to do now be say, they should say, anybody will register, you know register in more than one place.
Okay.
And like I said, that office get now the technology they take catch people will register more than once.
Okay. You know what we'll do? We'll take small break now. We'll just take small message. We'll take small break. We'll come back. We'll continue for WNBC. We'll start with the talk with our brother and friend and referee WNBC Day for election for Nigeria for those states. Yeah, Obo Efanya is out of so many minutes. But we'll take small break. We'll come back. Continue for WNBC. We'll stop. My
It's my great delight to welcome you to the program Healthy Living. It is expected that when a woman gets to a certain age, she starts menstruating.
In a normal, healthy lady, you should have menstruation every 28 days.
What's birth asphyxia?
A condition after delivery and the baby fails to cry.
We're looking at diabetes.
Diabetes is a disease that, on your own is supposed to be screened for.
Oh boy, finally, I be the resident electoral commissioner for Edo State. We don't diploma for matter when we say concern 2019 election where we say they contribute up. Now we say we look now registration, continual voters registration and all that. So that matter when we say we look and they don't tell us so many things. But we'll find out some things from you, my brother. You see, because this election thing, whether we like them or not, person when we say they don't vote for or something like that. Most cases now, person when we say INEC announce say now be the winner, now win. Will they get issues or people or complaints or people when say they don't do the election finish? For each ward 1 we get this one, polling booth 2 we get this, polling booth 1 we get this, and this kind of figure, and at the end of the day, now be what we get. But at the end of the day, because they say now they play ball, now they announce result, now they announce result, say they talk at the end of the day. But some people come to say, a black discrepancy one day. Not be the kind of figure when we say we get for so place for the polling units. Now we say they can announce at the end of the day. I want to find out for Mr. Ifanga, how you still reconcile this one?
Okay, make I just talk as this in the take happen. When on election day, say the smallest unit, now the polling unit. Yeah. And I don't talk and here say sometimes the polling unit, the number too plenty, then we split and get voting points. Okay. So for each voting point, you get each of the parties will get candidates for election. Then we'll get waiting and call agent. Okay. So if party A get him agent and he did there, then count the result. He go make sure say now the correct result, then write for the paper. He go sign. All the other agents go sign. The INEC people go sign. Security officials go sign. Everybody gets his own copy. Come out. He will carry the result from there. Join for the one of the entire polling unit. Then go fill them there. Carry that one. Go collation center for ward level. Then go add up there. At that, for each of those places, agents of all the parties they there. So then go see say okay, because if like say 20 polling units there for that ward, then we'll get agents for each of those areas. Okay. So then go down bring the result. You go compare. So by the time they collate, you go see say okay, for this unit, now these figures, now this one. So the thing tally for there. Everybody sign. The thing from there, Waka go maybe state level, or depending on the kind of election, maybe the collation center for House of Assembly constituency, or federal constituency, or Senate district. At each of those stages, each political party gets agents there. So for anything to happen when we'll be waiting happen for them, it means say now the agent of the party don't agree. So that kind of thing, how we go take no? Me I know fit there for all the polling units. So now the result.
What about the cases of people where they say they complain, say they not sign, they not agree sign because say one thing they happen?
So that's why opportunity the day make people go fight for tribunal. And we don't see cases where by the time you go tribunal, you show all this evidence, say no be waiting the scores been be, then come announce. Then they can't change that.
Okay, make we look, this continual voters registration won't be something they do now. When it go end, I bet they do and they go like
we'll
that.
We'll go do and they go until election reach.
Until election reach. We will go they do for because when we want to do voting now, you go something they'll bring many places there when you say you go vote and all kind of thing, everybody go on. But when you don't reach time for registration now, we don't they say as much as that. And when you reach time when you say person get complaint, say go to the INEC office when they for your local government. That time, some people they, like here now, we there for Ovia North East now. And we there for local Egosa here. And when you say, make I go check my, go to the local government, they are asking me to go to Okada. And Okada not be one place when they say, I just open this door, I go reach. You understand? So why not bring them closer to the people when be say you see the figure this thing.
Yeah,
And secondly too, when you be say the time even don't reach, when be say person dey okay, more take this one before I go add the other one take
Okay,
journal.
okay, make I explain. You know, say wetin they do na continuous voter registration. No be fresh registration. We don't do fresh registration since 2011. Now the baseline for this registration.
Okay.
So person who don't register for 2011 no need to register again. And then 2015 we register again.
And person will no register that what about person will no register that 2011?
If
Maybe
person no register 2011, 2015, he been don't register.
Okay.
If the person no register, now those kind of people, this opportunity there. So you go see say no be say now too many people go need to register afresh now.
Okay.
Because many people don't register 2011, 2015.
You feel say many people don't register that time.
So because of that, the number of people that go feel registered now no go too plenty. So if we decide to say maybe do this registration at the ward level, you will see say if 1 week fit pass, only 2 persons go register. And if you know the cost of maintaining staff today at ward level, the number of staff you need to have there, including security, because election matter na very important matter. Make person no come talk say then come collect the register at here or do any mago. So for every registration point, you go suppose get registration officers, even the equipment where you go use. No say na laptop with the use register. So for you to have all that number spread across, risk go there. So we now say, okay, maybe we just limit them. Since that we are not expecting so many people to come register afresh, we could just do one for local government office, headquarters of INEC. And then in some places where the constituency too large, the local government too large, we get another registration point. So we get main registration point and another registration point. But when we get close to election time, you go still they bring and come nearer. You understand? So when election come near, if you bring and come they register for what? Like the one, like Anambra now, where they want to do election. For this registration, they will bring and go reach ward level. Because they know say the election down here, and plenty of people go on use that last opportunity to register. So now waiting happen with that.
Okay, before I go let you come out now, if you say yes, you don't talk on so many things. You see this election we will do now, they try to fine tune them every day, because no system is perfect. So even National Assembly don't bring out some laws and they talk so many things about some improvement. All those laws or those things when we say National Assembly talk or those kind of things, they go come into play 2019.
Well, you know, say waiting National Assembly talk, no be final yet.
Okay.
Because they never signed the thing into law.
They
and
never signed them.
Yeah.
Who go sign? National Assembly never signed them.
No, when they finish, they go send and give president to sign.
Okay.
And some of the things where they change now for constitution.
Okay.
So even that constitution, it means say road still foul. Because after they don't finish for National Assembly, they go take and go all the 36 state houses of assembly, make them follow vote, agree, say make them
So if you say the road far now, that means say we may not use some of the new law when they talk according to what you they talk now, because we say the road far.
Okay,
but this year don't end.
No, but the still pass them this year. It is very easy. All they need to do is send them to the state houses of assembly.
No,
how many days did they take them?
How the road come far now?
No. So the point where I make is say, if they take and go state houses of assembly, now until the state houses of assembly agree, out of the 36 state houses of assembly, we must get 2/3. Where we say at least 24 state houses of assembly go agree to change anything for constitution.
Okay.
So if they agree, at that time.
So if the road far now, they never they push them, they never they do them, but this time maybe we no go use them. That's what you are saying.
They fit pass them before that time. They fit no pass them.
Okay.
And they fit get the number majority in 24 states. They fit no get. But if they get, now we say we will get to implement them.
Okay, before I go let you come, one bed just fly enter my ear. Fly, they tell me for something for A, and I say make I ask you. And the question be say, this one be say they do carry that I need to take you go back for the when they get election. We could say yes, they want to register people or want to do some kind of things. Generator no day, lights no day, and the rest. Or maybe we use the carry reader. The carry reader go work for some place. The battery go down and that kind of thing. How INEC won't take address this situation before that time?
Yeah, we don't do this before, and waiting that happens, they will charge the card reader fully before they start using them. And if you charge them fully, you can use them. You feed use them.
That now waiting be say
and then you get
that now what we hear for Jaga time. That now what we hear for Mahmoud time now and the rest. So if we hear them from if we hear from Jagata and complete follow, we hear from Mahmoud and complete follow. What it could be the difference? Say yes. What make you feel say yes? When they find out the talker now be say complete no go follow.
No. Maybe we look at well. How many times you don't hear say that kind of thing happen?
Nobody say
no. You know go there common.
Okay.
You know go there common. Make we face realities.
Okay.
You know go there common. And if it happen like that, like we say. If can't read that for any reason, we no feed user. We go still use the do manual accreditation.
Okay. You see, you know what I go do? Because we no plan them. I know say my guys they when we say they go this thing. Maybe we just take 1 or 2 courses. I know say we no plan them before. Yeah, we no really plan them. Because people don't we don't get signs. Say people they try to call and all that kind of thing. I know say yes, say my guy go help me with these 2 lines. Maybe we just take 1 or 2. After we take 1 or 2 calls, then we'll continue for where a B say we stop. And before I go let you go. And the number one B say you go call now is 052 290 573. 052 290 573. Maybe just take 1 or 2 calls. Maybe see what you go do. And also my brother there, Kelvin, will help me with the this thing. Maybe just take 1 or 2 calls so I will say hi. Go be. So before I go let you come for those calls, they go come in. The phone on the ring already. For those calls will come in. And I want to find. What thing you would like make it be say you tell Edo people for this registration now when they go on?
I will talk say if person never register, make it try come register. It better to register now, where we say rush no today, than to wait until when the time come near, you begin the rush. You know if you register, the other time you go complain say they not allow you register. And for those people who never collect their voters card, make them come collect them. The voters card still there.
I want me to give me the figure again. How many say remain now? Let me say they never.
We still get at least 450,000.
450,000
for Edo State alone. Permanent voters card where they never collect.
450,000 cards we never collect. So by application, if we no collect those cards and those people they will be disenfranchised.
Yes.
They're not going to be part of the registration process.
Exactly.
Is that what we're saying?
Yes.
Okay. So and if you don't get that card now, we know if you do anything. If let's say we get this, we will get this one we will take the course, and before we will take the course, we will let us know say people if you call us quick, collect that this thing and so that we fit, take your course, go vote, and the time when we say we go fit do like that. So before we go come on, let's take this call. Somebody did line and Mo will take the call. Hello? Yeah, my sister, who will they talk with? Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Who would they talk to?
This is Frida from Benin.
Okay, Frida, what will be the question we want to ask Oga Rick?
I want to ask because I'm presently at the Dowina and Obiano is local government.
Okay.
If I go to Okada to register, when am I going to get my permanent voter's card?
Okay. They say if you go to Okada to register, I did for a Dowina. Dowina not far here. Just about 2 minutes out of this place.
Yeah. Okay, when you register, make I tell you the process. When you register, they go collect them. Like these ones, we don't register first and second quarter. We go send the names, go headquarters. Now, they go do that thing where I tell you, that office. Then go check, say, you never registered before. When they do all that finish, now they go send the names for, make them print the permanent voters cards. We've been thinking, say, by now, some of the voters cards go down there ready. The ones from the first quarter, but they never did ready. But one of the reasons we say, because we no get election immediately for Edo State, so we no need to rush. Waiting INEC headquarters has been doing now, we say, make them concentrate for Anambra election. Okay. So the people will register newly for Anambra, they will make sure so they get their PVC ready.
And this registration now, we have to go to local government headquarters to register.
Yes, no, you register in the local government headquarters.
In the local government headquarters.
Of where you want to vote, yes.
Okay.
If it take maybe sometime, I shall say sometime next year, the cards will
work. Okay, Mo take this call before we will continue. Hello, good morning. Okay, but they get issue with that call once they come in. Because I want to take, we promise we will take about at least 2 calls before Franga will come out so that you go do some other things there. And the number one you will call, 052-290-573. Once you call, so I go answer your question. Now, not just now, afraid that when we say for a dual winner, and unless she get interest for this matter, or unless she don't go call. I should say yes, so somebody else go call, and once the call come in, we will call. So I ask you just now, say which message you get before anything. But somebody on the line. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
We're there with you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. This is Victor calling from Benin.
Okay, Victor, what will be the question you want to ask a Fangan?
Is it not possible for INEC to send SMS for anybody that is expecting the TVC to know that he's ready?
You hear the question when you talk.
Okay,
Is it not possible when I say bulk SMS go give people that want to be say that
Okay, the person don't suggest that thing before, and we go consider.
and they give them thoughts.
Not something we consider, yes.
Okay, another person deadline. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
I greet you, my brother. Who will they talk to?
I greet you. This is Jacob calling from Benin.
Yeah, Jacob, what you want make we know?
My PVC got damaged, and I applied last year before this election that took place in Edo State for amendment, as in to give me another one. But when the election time come, I go. They say they never do one, and there was no even cogent reason. Just like kind of thing say they never do one.
Okay.
So as it be now, as my own, because he lost when I can't see him, it's already damaged. So how will it take to, because I don't apply
Okay.
when I will take get another one.
You don't clear
Okay,
now?
yeah. It also said last year before
He
the
say,
election.
he say,
Okay.
yeah, he say you own lost. The time cost I can't damage. It already applied to now.
Okay,
You never see
waiting I go advise am because like in talk say that time where he go they no give am cogent reason. Maybe the record no day or something. Even fit abeg make it go the registration center for the local government when being registered now.
Okay.
Go file that complaint. They go put am for this process. You know say na this we start this continuous voter registration. We don't do 2 quarters already. Na 3rd quarter we do here.
Okay, we will
They
take
go
this
put
one.
am in and then
Okay,
they
we will take this
produce
one
new
at
for am.
the last call. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello, madam, we're there with you.
Okay. I register and there's a mistake in my name. They instead of arrow, they now change to S. What do I say? I should go to Ovia. I cannot go to Ovia. Ovia, no.
Okay, so you go to the local government headquarters where you've been registered. Where your registration there, you go to the local government headquarters of INEC there. Go give that complaint. They go make the correction so that they go produce another card for you with the correct name.
Obo Ifanga, thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother.
Right, we're going to say our interview with our brother Obo Ifanga, the Race and Electoral Commissioner for Edo State, and say go end today. And I say yes, many questions they won't be say the border is here, and now when we say we are calling, we thank you. When we say you call, again, what you want to talk because say you want to talk something just now. Or you
No,
want to talk anything again?
just to say that as of today, now 463 days remain before we do general elections
Okay, so
for
maybe
2019.
okay, maybe we go do
So
what they
time
want to
don't
do
dey go.
now before that time go reach. So we will take a small break. When we come back, we'll continue for where we say we stop. Other things then they when we say we will discuss. Good morning from me, I know on the program. Stay with.